Monika here from Copycat Creations and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited because I'm going to be showing y'all how to sew the tank top I'm wearing now, and I just love this tank top. It's super comfortable, it is super easy to make, and the cool thing is it's a bit surprising because on the front I just use a stretch fabric, but then I put a sheer lace fabric on the back, as you'll be able to see. And this just kind of adds a little bit of edginess to it without being cutouts or too risky. And I actually have some scars on my back from surgeries. So this is cool because I can still like have a little bit of that kind of edginess with the sheerness, but it's still gonna cover me up and I'm not gonna feel uncomfortable wearing it. So yeah, I really hope y'all enjoy making this, and let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. Oh, and before I forget, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any more of my videos. All right, let's get sewing. For this project, you'll need a stretchy knit fabric for the front, and I used the leftover fabric I had from my palazzo pants tutorial. And then you'll also need some sort of sheer netted or lace fabric for the back. And this doesn't need to stretch as long as your front fabric is stretchy enough to get the tank top on and off. You could also use the same tutorial and make this top out of all of the same stretch fabric if you don't want that sheer back panel. And you'll need enough fabric to cut out one side of your tank top from each of the fabrics. Grab a basic tank top to use as your template and fold it in half right down the center. I love using other clothes as a template because it makes creating my own clothes super easy. Fold a portion of your stretch fabric over large enough to fit the half tank top template, making sure your fabric stretches in the direction I have the arrows, which is important so you'll be able to get the top on and off easily. Smooth it out, and if you're using stripes, keep the stripes lined up evenly. Lay your tank top onto the fabric with the folds of each lining up and pin it into place. Cut around your tank top, leaving a ½ inch extra for seam allowance around the shoulders and armholes, and then I wanted my top to be a little wider than the pattern, so I cut about 1.5 inches on the sides. You can cut it to whatever your desired length is, just remember that your final top will be a ½ inch shorter because of hem allowance. Trim your front neckline as desired, again leaving room for hem allowance. Once you unpin the tank top pattern, you'll have the front of your top cut out, and that's all you'll need of the stretch fabric. Grab the fabric you've chosen for the back of the tank top and fold a portion of it over as well. And again, I made sure the stripes lined up so that they would look nice, neat, and even. Lay your front tank top piece, folded in half, onto your back fabric, making sure the folds line up, and pin it into place. Now cut around the shape of your front tank top piece to create the back tank top piece. You can adjust the neckline if you wish, but otherwise cut around the shape so that the front and back will be exactly the same size. Lay the back and the front tank top pieces together so that the correct sides of the fabric are now facing together, and then pin and sew along the shoulder and side seams. Since you're working with stretch fabric, use a ballpoint needle and then sew with either a stretch stitch or a zigzag stitch, using about a ½ inch seam allowance. I like using my machine's straight stretch stitch, which is a mouthful to say. Make sure to backstitch whenever you start and stop. Once you get all the seams sewn, you're going to want to trim down the seam allowances to be about 1/4 inch so that they're not super visible through the sheer back fabric. Just as I've done in a couple of my other videos, I decided now that I want to lower the front neckline a bit more, so I trimmed that down now to the length that I want. To hem the neckline, make sure your shirt is turned inside out and then fold the edge of your fabric over about 1/4 inch once, then fold it over again another 1/4 inch and pin that into place. Continue double folding and pinning around the entire front of the neckline, and then once the entire front hem is pinned into place, you'll just turn the tank top over to the back side and just continue folding over onto the back sheer side, again folding the fabric over twice and pinning it into place until the entire neckline is pinned in a double folded hem. Now you'll want to stitch the hem into place by sewing around the entire neckline, and for this I used a regular straight stitch because I knew that the neck hole was big enough that it wouldn't be stretched when I pulled it over my head. If your neckline will be stretched at all, make sure to use a stretch stitch to hem so that the stitches don't break when they're stretched. Hem the armhole exactly like the neckline by double folding the fabric, pinning it down, and stitching it into place, repeating so that you've hemmed both armholes. Your final step is to hem the bottom of the tank top, so double fold the hem and pin it into place all the way around the bottom, just like you did with the arms and the neckline. stitched the bottom hem into place, and I actually stitched this hem slightly differently than the others. I began sewing on the stretchy front fabric, and for this I actually used the straight stretch stitch since I knew the front of the shirt made with the stretchy fabric would be stretched taking it on and off. Then I switched to a regular straight stitch when I sewed over the netted lace fabric on the back since that fabric doesn't really have any stretch to it. You can see here how the front hem using the straight stretch stitch stretches when the fabric is stretched, and for the back netted fabric you can just see the regular straight stitch used for the hem. That's all it takes to make this awesome tank top with the cool sheer back panel. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial. And if you make this or any of my projects, don't forget to use the hashtag ComicCatCreations on Instagram so I can see what you're making. And don't forget to follow me on there either because I've been posting a lot of things that I've been making so you can get some sneak peeks and just a few little blurbs of things I'm doing in my life. So yeah, thank y'all so much for watching and I'll see y'all in a video very soon. And I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Bye. Excuse me. Wait, what? Okay. Suck it in. Suck it in. Fly is up. That's always good. I keep saying show you how to wear the tank top. I'm going to show you how to make the tank top. I hope you already know how to wear a tank top. Oh, I can't speak today.